Um, can you identify 3 significant changes you anticipate will occur in the school library over the next 10 years?
Absolutely. So we are looking forward to a school-wide reading initiative to help address our comprehension gaps and in reading and to improve our ACT scores. We are looking forward to a one-to-one student device initiative that is going to allow our students better access to technology in their hands, not just in the building. And then also looking forward to reaching those digital literacy standards and training our teachers to teach the kids to prepare them so that they can be 21st century learners and be college and career ready after they leave our campus.
Thank you. How do you as the librarian plan to address these changes that you see that are occurring?
So let's first talk about our school-wide reading initiative. We know that over COVID, students did not have access to books. They did not have access to quality instruction just because of some of the technology gaps that we have in our school system and in our zoning. And so we're going to do a couple of things. Sora is an app where students can listen to books as well as read digital books. So that is going to be present on our student iPads, and we are going to pair those with print books since most of our students learn to read in print anyway. We're going to pair that so that our students can listen, and that way they can help bridge that gap between those comprehension deficits and those decoding deficits. So we're hoping that as we're doing that, we're going to increase that comprehension and that vocabulary, which in turn will increase our ACT scores. We're targeting 9th grade this year. We're making some changes within our building, which means that our students in 9th grade specifically will have English all school year. And so we're targeting them strategically in order to get books into their hands, and then also implementing what we're calling free voluntary reading. We know that lots of students in high school are busy and they have lost the joy of reading. They just don't like it anymore. And so we're going to work with Sora with that audio and print and those digital resources in those 9th grade English classes in order to encourage them to read something that they like and to enjoy it. We know that the research shows that students who enjoy reading are therefore going to increase their comprehension and improve their vocabulary. And in the result, we're going to improve those ACT scores. We're going to prepare them for a life outside of this building that is successful and not financially prohibiting. So we're going to encourage that. We're also looking forward to a one-to-one device initiative. This is taking a lot of our time and resources to get into play, but we're working hard to get an iPad into every student's hand. One of the problems with that is our infrastructure, our internet. We have weekly Wi-Fi outages where students are not able to use their iPads. And so we're looking forward to working with our district to improving our resources from the Alabama Supercomputer so that we can have the resources we need in the building. We're also looking forward to improving resources within the building so the students can print from their iPads. We do not currently have Wi-Fi capable printers or a plan to fund that paper and ink. So those are some initiatives that we're working with our administration to move forward with. We're also moving forward with iPads having data plans or available hotspots. We're looking at grant opportunities so that those students who live in rural areas, or in lots of our cases, they can't use the Alabama Virtual Library, which is an incredible resource because their cell phone data pings from Mississippi. So we're going to have to work on those infrastructure issues in order to be able to successfully implement a one-to-one device option for our students. And then looking forward to digital literacy, we know that our students have had a cell phone or a device in their hand for the majority of their life, but we're discovering there's some significant gaps in what they're able to do and what they're interested in doing and what they need to be able to do. Those three don't match. And a lot of our teachers don't know how to teach these things. So as librarians, we're moving more toward tech coaches than actual traditional librarians in training our teachers to teach the students and giving them some practical solutions for these digital literacy gaps so that they can prepare our students to move beyond the walls of our school in order to be successful citizens in a digital world.
Thank you. I agree that teachers, especially as a teacher myself, in the past, we don't have a whole lot of time to investigate new technologies and to try to work those into our plans. So it's great to have somebody to collaborate with. Can you discuss the impacts of technology on library services and student engagement?
Absolutely. So one of the things that we've seen, although we do want to implement some school-wide reading initiatives and some things that involve print books, what we're discovering is that when we look over our time during the day and the things that we're spending our time doing, what we're discovering is that librarians are moving from a traditional paper book librarian to more of a tech specialist role. And that sometimes has a significant impact on library services over the years since COVID, as we have become more tech specialists and less focused on books and reading. Our circulation stats have taken a tremendous nosedive. And so we are not getting books in the hands of students because that requires a whole different skill set and level of time. And so we have moved more toward becoming tech specialists. While that's not a bad thing, it has actually had an interesting benefit in student engagement. Our students know the librarian much better than they did before, because if they're not interested in reading, they all have tech issues. And so they are showing up in the library and asking for help and working with us to learn those things. They are willing to listen to our instruction. And so we are working toward that. But in terms of what we spend our time on daily, as we look at all of the different things that occupy us as the students are in the building, technology certainly has taken over beyond books and reading resources.
I know I seemed distracted there for just a second, but the tech department just walked in, but they seem to be doing their own thing out there. So I was distracted for a second, but I heard everything you said. I'm sorry. What resources, funding, and professional development necessary to support the anticipated changes in the library?
So I've mentioned Sora. One of the things that we've implemented is a survey on our Destiny homepage, our library automation services homepage there, to get some input from our students and our stakeholders in general of what they would like to see on Sora. Thankfully, we have a significant budget for Sora. And so we're working to use that budget wisely to meet the needs of our stakeholders and asking for input from them. We are looking forward to writing some grants to improve our technology infrastructure, looking for hotspots and things like data plans, things like that, to help our students be able to access our technology resources better within the building, but also outside the building. Twitter has been an incredible resource for us as librarians in connecting with other librarians throughout the state and the nation who maybe have a different experience than we do and have the time and opportunity to engage with us in those conversations, so that we are increasing our learning so that we can collaborate with our teachers to increase their learning, to move our students into 21st century learners, looking at those digital literacy standards, how to implement them, and how to work together with other librarians of similar interests in order to be able to do that. One of the things we've got to do is to work with our scheduling to free up some time to be able to implement those PDs with our teachers and to be available to teach with them collaboratively with those digital literacy lessons, so that we can ensure that our students are learning. Thankfully, in our building, we are extremely well supported by our administration. We are a 7A high school. Our administration is definitely worn thin with all of their responsibilities as well. There never seems to be enough of them to go around. But thankfully, at any time when I present with them a need, that we have and a solution on how to solve it. They are very responsive and very supportive of meeting that need. They don't really have time to think through how to help me solve it. But that's what my teacher friends are for. And they are amazing at talking with me and working through those challenges and coming up with some reasonable solutions, which then we go to admin with, and they're awesome. Absolutely, let's make that happen. We'll find the funding. Let's figure out how to do it. Not every time is it right now. Sometimes it's down the road. But as we're talking about a 10-year plan, I appreciate those things because not everything has to happen right now.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I noticed that some of the public libraries, they are starting to provide 3D printing services and